it's Harley Days here, the pinup model, and welcome to not just any day of Saturday Morning Scares, but the 100th episode. I'm very excited for this today, and I'm excited to take this adventure with you all, and I'm so happy that we've been doing this for this long, that we finally hit 100 episodes. And we've been doing this for 3 years now, and this is probably one of my favorite series to do. As you know, I try to do the vlogging, I try to do the gameplays, but Saturday Morning Scares is one I love to do because I am such a lover of horror. And some of these analog horrors and ARGs and so forth are such a piece of art for me. But I'm gonna go ahead, and today is definitely interesting. And also, I just real quick want to say I'm having really bad allergies, so my lungs hurt and it's hard for me to talk normal. So I'm probably gonna be taking a lot of breaths here and there. And also, I'm super excited, and I'm trying to figure out how to express my excitement that you all have been here for, I think we've been doing this for what, 3 years? I think 3 years now. But I'm gonna go ahead and be doing a ranking of the top 10 favorite analog horrors that I've gotten to watch here on the channel. There's some I do love that I haven't gotten to react to yet, but they are coming. And I just want to go ahead and go down the list and talk about each of them a little bit, and even watch a little bit of the video. But I want to go ahead and start with the first one, which is number 10 on my personal favorite. And this is just my personal thoughts, you know, my opinions, my thoughts. It's not anything like this is what it is. These are my own opinions. And number 10 is definitely Radar, which is one we reacted to a while back. And I just loved it so much. Let's go ahead and watch a little bit of it. Oh, this is a good one that I started off with. I totally forgot that's how it opens. Saturday, August 26, 2000. Something strange started happening yesterday. I've put a camcorder on the bookshelf by my window in the house of... And for the last 100 episodes, it's been like that too. I can't read fast enough to keep up. 4:14 a.m. And then the TV, yeah. TV has been unplugged since 8 p.m. We're all lonely. But like, there's just different clips of him talking to the TV, and I always thought that was cool. Especially because I remember like thinking on this series and trying to figure out what it was about, and I was like, okay. And I got to a point where I was like, either it's like a technophobe series, or this is definitely like a schizophrenic type inspired. And I thought either way it was a cool series, and I wanted to react to it and break it down. And I love it. Every day it's at 4:14 a.m. My mouse on the screen? No, that's not my mouse. Okay. That's the TV again. No. So that's the most I want to watch of that video, because again, I don't want to make this like a crazy long video watching every single thing we've ever reacted to. But this is definitely one I wanted to touch on and talk about, because this is number 10 for me. But yeah, so I really enjoyed this. And again, each of these videos that I'm watching in this channel that I'm mentioning, I will be sure to link down below in the description box. Because guys, we wouldn't be at 100 videos making this content without the original creators making the content. So I'm going to go ahead and go on to the next one, which is number 9 on my list. The good old, one of the OG ARGs, analog horror series to ever be on the internet. Hi, I'm Mary Mary. So I'm just going to simply select hello. My name is Mary. There's a lot of sound going on out in the kitchen right now. I don't know if anyone can see this, but I'm trapped in this house. I woke up here last week with barely any memory of who I am, where this is, how I got here. I know only a few things, which are, my name is Mary, and I think this is my parents' house, or at least a copy. Some things don't check out. So I'm gonna run up them stairs. I can't get outside, the doors won't open. I've tried to break the windows. I don't understand what's going on. I haven't met or seen any other people. So you can see the outside. I found a camera and I've been recording things to keep myself occupied. I apologize for the noise that's probably being picked up really well out in the other room. Sorry, I don't show my whole face. I'm shy. The computers work. I can't see if anyone else is posting anything. It's like I'm completely alone on the internet. I don't know if anybody's out there. Hello? I don't know what to do. I need to get out of here. So I'm going to go ahead and stop it there, even though there's not much left, because again, I'm trying to keep this somewhat short, but I just wanted to touch and visit a little bit of each video and just talk about them a little bit. Introduce you each of these series. So Hi, I'm Mary Mary is an ARG I loved so much when it first came out, because if you know me, you know I'm passionate about like mental health and like some health issues, you know, and this was a series that I like kind of like seeing, because overall what I came to feel the series was about, and it's even been like said time and time again, improved over time, that she was recovering from a drug addiction. And I thought like, even though it was supposed to be a scary series, as an ARG, she was stuck in a room and she couldn't do anything, and then there was like the light and there was the dark, and she had to balance the two and like figure out how to move around her house and keep herself safe. And I just thought it was a really neat series that I just loved to death. I did react to a couple videos on the channel a while back, but I never reacted again because it is an ARG, and as a lot of you know, I struggle a little bit with ARGs because they gives me so much editing to do, and sometimes I don't have the time for that kind of editing, even though when I do, I will attempt it. I don't always have that kind of time though, to be taking the pictures and editing them, putting the audios in, putting these in, putting that in. But yes, so Hi, I'm Mary Mary is number 9 on my top 10 list. If you love this kind of stuff that's spooky but has a very passionate story, I highly recommend you go and watch Hi, I'm Mary Mary, because I love the story to it. Finally, at number 8 on our top 10 list, we have the most dangerous national park in the USA, the Woodland National Park. This is another series I loved reacting to. I thought it was really good. And I just found out recently they released a season 2. So guys, this is another series we are definitely going to be bringing back on the channel here soon. This is by Buddy Films, and I just loved this series so much, and I watched all that was on the video on the channel at the time in my reaction video, but there's more now. So here soon we're going to be reacting to a lot of good analog horrors that are some of my favorites. So we're going to go ahead and watch the first part of this video, which is their first one, the most dangerous national park in the USA.
Hello everyone, I'm Park Ranger Steve, and I'm Park Ranger Alex, and welcome to Woodlands National Park, located in the beautiful state of...
Already a spooky start. It starts off so spooky. And then it gives us details on the park and the do's and don'ts. Park brochure, and it tells us like about the spooky little things. And I just loved this so much, and I've always had such an obsession with like skinwalkers and like the story of skinwalkers. And that's basically what this whole series is about. I remember whenever I was in college, one of my first reports I ever did was on skinwalkers.
And today we're going to be talking about informational videos that are only available at our visitor centers. These videos will include stuff about the park, locations, and crazy animals that will give you nightmares.
And I love how cheesy it is. Like, it's good, but it's cheesy. I don't know if it's intentionally supposed to be cheesy, but I don't know. And then he's standing right there. Who? We're slowly working up the list, and now we're getting to number 7, which is another favorite of mine. This was another OG analog horror series to hit the internet. About, how long ago does that say? 16 years ago. 16 years ago, we were introduced to No Through Road, which I loved. This is definitely one that was very exciting to watch, and I remember it going viral on the internet whenever I was younger. And I thought it was a real thing for the longest time. I thought it was a real like found footage video. I did not realize it was a short horror film. Guys, this was 16 years ago. I was a baby. On December 15th, 2008, 4 17-year-old boys from Brumhall Farm, 10 miles outside of Stevenage. It goes way too fast for me to read. Just like the first time. I think I had to pause it the first time. The unedited footage from the digital camcorder found in the car.
I don't know why the fuck we're doing this. You know, you're at work at 8 in the morning, but we're driving around his car. I was going to absolute twats. Does that like make a difference? Have you seen it on What the Week? Famous last words. Stingrays love foreplay. Okay, I'm just going to stick this down here because I can't be fucked to keep moving it. I'll see if I can.
And there's like glitches throughout it, and like the best glitch is at the very end, which I am going to go ahead and just jump to that point. And then right there you have it, No Through Road.
James, point the camera at me. Just, James, come here. What are you doing? Turn it back on. It's not there. I can't. Bloody hell!
Panic, the screaming, the horror that they all know this person is following them and is going to kill them, and then it glitches back and forth. And all the glitches make it even more scarier. And then you just hear the muttering. Like the imagery and like the scene, whoever was the director of like this is what I want it to look like, I love it so much. I love their thoughts that they put into this. I love the audio, the way the sound like keeps leaving it going, the glitches. In this part, I remember being, God, how old was I? It was 16 years ago. I'm not good at math, but I was young and I remember seeing the bloody scene and it scared me so bad when I was a kid. Because I thought this was a real video when I was little. Okay, I'm ending that one there, but yeah, growing up, I thought No Through Road was a real story. Because again, this was 16 years ago when it hit the internet, so I was like, oh my god, this happened to some actual kids, oh my god. But now I know it's not. But that series was another good one because it was like, it was so weird and like such a brain twister of a series. Because like everyone died and then kept coming back and it just was like a total re-loop. Like they couldn't get through past their death. Now we got number 6 here on the list. This is one series that I did. How do I explain this? First time I ever heard about it was I was really into watching people react to series. And it's actually what inspired me to start doing this was people like Nightmind, 8-Bit Ryan, all them. And like Nightmind did one on paranormal paranoids. And therefore, here at number 6, we have paranormal paranoids. So I am starting it a little later in the video. While looking at our footage, we discovered we captured something. This was not staged. That's the first thing you say when something's staged. A ghost. Another ghost. The ghost again. So many ghosts. There's lots of ghosts. I'm just gonna keep saying ghosts. Ghost, ghost. Mary Talbert, 68 to 94. I just wanted to show that a little bit because, again, trying to not make it a full 2-hour video here. But Paranormal Paranoids, the reason I put that at number 6 was because it was a series I was really into. And again, it came out a while back, and whenever I first saw it, I only saw the Mary Talbert episode. And I thought, oh, so this is like a ghost series to watch. Okay, and I tried to find other episodes, and I was like, oh, there's not. And then I started watching Nightmind, and I saw him like cracking down the codes and figuring it out and breaking it down, solving the mystery, and I was like, okay. And then whenever I decided to react to it, this was like, the reason this is even on here at number 6 was because it gave me an editing challenge. So I was like, okay, I have to figure out how to get the photos and screenshots from the Twitter account of Jess the Paranoid, I think it's called, her name is, and the YouTube, and there was just so much, and it was before I even got into pinup, so I did not look the best in that video. I do not recommend going and watching my work. It was not the best, but it gave me an editing challenge, and that's why I do hold that series kind of close to my heart, because I was like, you know what, this gave me such a challenge of editing, and I loved the series itself anyways. It was so off the wall weird, and then like everyone just disappeared, and it's like, well, where did they go? You look through the series and it's like, was it a paranormal thing that caused them to disappear? Was it one of the members of the group that made everyone disappear? What happened that everyone disappeared? To this day, whenever I watched it, I don't know. I remember I thought for a while there was one of the guys, but who knows what happened. Now we're getting to number 5. So for number 5, this is a weird one that I picked because this analog horror series is no longer even on the internet. However, there is still footage of it because yours truly reacted to it. So I remember a really, really long time ago, I was doing Ladies' Choice Thursday here on the channel where I just made random choices of like, you know what, today I want to do this, today I want to do this, and I uploaded the videos on Thursdays. Well, I decided randomly after seeing all the reaction videos, I was like, you know what, I want to do this, I want to give it a shot. So I chose to react to the Backrooms, and I was like, oh, I actually kind of like this. I thought I had a pretty good turnout for how new I was on the internet, and I was like, I want to do this again. And I had someone ask me to react to, yes, the one, the only, the Starland Project. Again, this channel is not even out there anymore. I am not able to find it. I'm not able to find any video footage of it. I can only find other people who have reacted to it. I myself am one who reacted to it. So we're going to go ahead and watch one of the clips of when I reacted to it. So you're going to see a little baby Harley before she was Miss Harley Days. But this was a series I thought was really cool because it was all like about the science and all kinds of weird things. But this was like the series that glued me and hooked me in on doing reaction videos. Real quick, let's just go ahead and watch my intro from years ago. And it's so loud because I'm still figuring out the audio. Oh God, the cringe, the cringe. Oh, the cringe. Oh, in my old bedroom. How cute. May 9th, 1995. Yeah, let's go ahead and just mute my voice. Oh man, how old was I? So 3 years ago, so I would have been 18, about 18 when I did this one. A fresh young adult. But yeah, this series was so good. It was like all about like these weird things going on. The halls. Oh yeah, and I'd bring a teddy bear on. Yeah, that's right. I would like hold my Marvel teddy bears because my room was done in Marvel. Your purpose is to do what we say. It was like a whole government experiment, and then like monsters got on the loose once they experimented on people, and they were like becoming these weird, odd creatures. And you can go through my Saturday Morning Scares and find some of the thumbnails, and one of the thumbnails I used one of the creatures because I was like, this is kind of cool because like, and like the kid that did this, I remember it was like a kid younger than I was, and I was like really impressed with the work in the series. But yeah, the channel's not even around anymore.
Okay, I'm gonna watch this with captions before. This is very interesting as there's captions.
Oh yeah, and I also learned that once you turn captions on, you get more to a story sometimes. Okay guys, we're getting closer and closer to number 1, but yeah, I had to put that at number 5 because I had to give a shout out to whenever this all first started, one of the first series that started this whole 100 episode journey. But we're gonna go ahead and get on to number 4 on our top 10 list. We're so close, guys. So close. And I'm super excited. I have a short video here from the series. And they actually, at the time of this filming, they just uploaded another one today. So I'm really excited. It's ASL by Spencer Lackey. I love all of Spencer's work. He does a really good job at making like that horror and everything, and the scares and the creepy feels of watching. But ASL was a series we reacted to, and I had no idea what was going on. It scared me so bad I had to work and train my like fear levels to be able to react to it without watching another reactor watching it. I could only watch it either with somebody or with a reactor watching it. I could not watch it by itself because it scared me that bad. But now here we are. I did a reaction video a couple months ago, and this morning they just uploaded a volume 2 at the time of this recording. And again, as I was going through collecting these videos to do a new reaction videos here and there, I was like, oh my god, everyone has new videos now. I thought the series were over on some of these. There's more. But we're gonna go ahead and watch ASL Analog Horror episode 1. Better not scare me that bad. Better not scare me that bad, because I am not in the mood to be scared today as I film Saturday Morning Scares. Victor Torrance's hard drive. Everything has been edited together in an effort to aid the ongoing investigation. Tuesday, November 25th, 1997. "9:02 a.m. The first old thing I noticed was the odd thing. So something about Miss Harley Days is when I read stuff, sometimes I misread it. As it is, I edit videos and I notice I say words wrong. So yeah, I'm not even gonna bother reading anymore. That's just gonna be a new thing. I'm not even gonna read these anymore. But she was gone. Oh yeah, and then I got so creeped out because there's like a dude that lays in the bed at the end of the volume 1. He like just sitting in the bed staring, and it freaked me out. When will I get to meet you? Soon. I love you. Okay, hang on. I need to pause this real quick. I don't know if you guys heard that just now. But it's when can I meet you? Soon. I love you. And I just heard in the other room my grandma laughing, dying laughing. She goes, "That's dumb." And it played out so well. I don't know why that made me laugh so hard. Okay, back to the video. Lunchtime. Still nobody home. I asked the neighbor if she knew where they were. I wonder if I should call the police. 9 p.m. Ooh, creepy noises. Creepy noises. "11 p.m. I do not remember this part. I do not remember this part. Do I? Okay, so like you saw just now, I got so scared watching that. That's why I had to go at number 4. Because it took such a feat. It's so scary to me. Like, it freaks me out so bad. But, whew. Yeah, it's one that, there's a volume 2 out now. And, well, you know we're going to be reacting to it soon. Okay, at number 3 on our list. We're getting there, guys. We're so close. We're so close. Number 3. We're in our top 3 now. I'm gonna have to say that one of my third favorite, am I saying that right? My third all-time favorite, which I'm gonna be honest with you guys, this top 10 list was not easy to make. I wrote up all the analog horrors and the ARGs that I've reacted to and watched on the entire series. And this morning I like sat on the floor with my mom and we went through them and we were like, which ones do I actually like more? Which ones do I love as much as like how much do I actually love this series? So this was not an easy list to make, and there were a lot of change arounds, rearrangements, especially these top 3 kept getting flip-flopped around. These top 3 were really hard to figure out where to place them because I love them all so much. But at number 3, do it like a pageant. Second runner-up, we have the one, the only, there's only a video once a year. We just reacted to their latest videos and found out they had a social media account. Sisterhood of Salvation, LLC. This is a series that I thought was so cool to watch and check out, and they only upload a video once a year. They started 4 years ago on YouTube, and to this day I think they are one of the best series to watch. Do not to be watched without adults present. If you are an unattended child, turn this video off immediately. I should probably turn it back up. Before continuing, please ensure that your child has read the Property and Last Chances instructional pamphlet from stage 3 of the treatment program. I can now see anything, my eyes. Inside the wooden box that came with the video, you will find sterilized syringe and viral label antibodies. Please ensure that you have the above material in hand. And I'm a slow reader, guys. Please note, we recommend restraining your child to avoid any unexpected movements during the exercise. Pause this tape until you are ready to begin. The treatment will take effect within 60 seconds. This video will guide you through the process. Remove the syringe cap and ensure there is no air inside. Carefully pierce the lid of the vial. Ugh, I forgot about all this. I forgot this one. Inject the... So they're gonna get a flu for the first 20 seconds. Suggest phrases, everything will be okay. This is for the best. They killing their kid? What's funny is I've watched this all before too, and I'm like, I watch this a lot too, and I forget like how much this is. Try to keep still. You had every opportunity. Rabies. Definitely rabies. We love you. We will miss you. So, that is a series that, like, again, was one I really enjoyed watching. I watched it about a year ago because they had uploaded a new video. And then just recently I reacted to it again last week, actually. And I highly recommend you go check this series out. There is so much to it, and like every time I watch it, something new stands out to me. It is so good. It's a good one. Now get ready for first runner-up of our top 10 analog horror series that Miss Harley Days has watched here on the channel. In second place, we have the Peppermint Films Wormwood Institute. We're gonna go ahead and be watching 90s High School Analog Horror is what the video is called. We probably won't watch the whole thing because it's almost 7 minutes long, but I am excited because this was one I got really into, and I remember a lot of people enjoyed this one too, and this was the one that made me go like feel good about like where I was going with the channel. And it was an analog horror, but it like had a bunch of websites and there was links I had to follow, and I got very deep and invested in it. I forgot how loud this is. The hosts as themselves. The students as themselves. Keenan and Thompson as the weatherman. The assistant principal as themselves. Created by the principal.
Hello, and welcome to Wormwood Institute News Network.
We've got a great show for you guys, so make sure you stick around.
Before we begin, as always, let's take a moment to recite the word of Wormwood.
Oh yeah, and I got so uncomfortable reading this. I was like, I'm not gonna be reading this. It was too weird for me. Like, this was one that was like way too weird. And I remember when watching this, I was like, okay, who's the principal throughout it? In this entire series, I was like, so who's the principal?
Don't we all?
And I've been trying to figure out, and I'm like, okay, I think it's this guy here in the video. He's definitely the principal or the assistant principal. I'm not sure which one, but he seemed way too in charge and way too... It was just weird. Like, when you watch the whole series from beginning to end, it's very weird. But it seems like a normal series, and then they do stuff like that.
Looks like that student couldn't handle the heat.
Hopefully that answers some of your burning questions related to dropping classes.
So if you haven't warmed up to a class, you'll have that as an option.
So, again, this was one series that I was like, I loved it so much, and I'm like, telling you right now, I stick to my thoughts from before. This school is like definitely a cult. There's a leader, the principal, they treat like a god, like a leader. Like, I'm not sure how to explain, but like, it's really weird to me. And I remember, like, you could, like, the characters in it were had to act a certain way, had to behave a certain way. It was like they were all brainwashed and forced to live a specific style. But yeah, this was one I really enjoyed, and I highly recommend you go check it out for yourself, along with all these other ones I've been mentioning. Okay, before we get to number one, I want to give a couple honorable mentions. Because, again, I was saying I made a whole list of series that I was not able to put here on the list, and I had to sit forever and figure out. And, like, some of these series are on here because I have good memories with some of these. Some of them, I love the art that's in them. It's all just amazing to me. But I wanted to do some honorable mentions. So I have 3 on my list of honorable mentions. The first one being Anatomy. So we watched that actually not too long ago. I loved it, but it was almost on my top 10 list. The only reason it did not make it was because there's only 2 videos, and I'm not sure what the story's about 100%. I did enjoy it though, because it has like that Tim Burton vibe and those feels, which I just love to death. But Anatomy was so good, and I loved the art and like the shadowing done, like specifically in one of the scenes whenever she reveals that she's dead, and it just shows her rib cage and she's just all bones. I loved that so much. So this was a series I really enjoyed, and I can't wait for the 3rd one. Once the 3rd one goes up, you know I'm reacting to that one, which I'm hoping is soon. Another one that I want to give an honorable mention to is the Arkham tapes by the Batfeed. I loved everything Batfeed did. It was amazing. It was great. It had like a Smile Tapes vibe, but with Batman Arkham characters. I really enjoyed that one, and I wanted to make sure that got an honorable mention. As you remember, every time there was enough to make a video, I reacted to it and made a video with it, because I enjoyed that series so much. I grew up being a big comic book nerd, a Batman fan, just comic book fan in general. It didn't even have to be just Batman. I loved all comic books. I mean, as you saw in Starland Project, my bedroom was done mostly in Marvel, but I had a couple DC stuff in here. I had a lot of Marvel and DC together, just comic books. I loved comic books. And then, last but not least, for honorable mentions, I also want to give a shout out to The Macabre Experiment, which you can find that one here on my channel of me reacting to it. The first time I ever did it, I remember a lot of people met my dog Casey for the first time, and they just all fell in love with her in that video. And I wanted her with me because I was like, this one's kind of scary. And it's kind of funny how I came across that series. I was just scrolling through one day, and my grandpa and me wanted to watch some scary videos. And I just happened to scroll across that one. And Macabre Experiment was all about like the creepypastas turned into horror stories. And it was like a detective on the search of trying to figure out why all these people were dying. And like the first one had like Smile Dog, and then later on it was revealed to be Jeff the Killer, and then there was Macabres, and it was just so off the wall, crazy and awesome, spooky cool. But I have really good memories with that one because I'd sit and watch it with my grandpa. Every time there was a new one that went up, we'd sit and watch from the first one all the way up to the latest one. I'm gonna be honest, there was a lot of analog horrors that unfortunately did not make the list, and I really wanted to put on the list, but it didn't happen, unfortunately. But now the wait is over. It's time for our first place, number 1. Everybody give a drum roll. The Painter by Urban Spooks. I loved this one so much. Me and my mom sat and binge watched it whenever there was only like 2 videos. I personally took a love to The Painter because it was told through paintings. The story was told through paintings. And as you know, I am a lover of the arts. Everything was done in an artistic theme. And the murderer would leave behind these paintings for the detectives to find. And he'd explain how he killed them, what his next move was, what his motive was, what his strategy was. And it was so intriguing. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and watch the first video called Faces. The following footage may be disturbing for some audiences. Six months ago, police found 3 paintings stored away in an abandoned storage area, each titled after recent murders. First victim was Carla Gray, found with 36 stab wounds to the face, all of her teeth removed. On the back of the first painting, the title Carla's Teeth was written. This is the painting. Second victim was Jackie Graham, found drowned with 37 stab wounds in the perineum. She was alive during the stabbing. Her painting is titled Floating Jackie. This is the painting. Last victim was James Miller, found with his face torn off and his wrists slit open. Autopsy showed that James was alive for several days without a face. The third painting was named James' Secret Face. This is the painting. But like, it's so creepy to me because like, this whole series matched all of my, met everything that scares me. It was a murder mystery, which was very intriguing to me. It had paintings, it had art, which, you know, as you all know, I love the arts. It had face distortion images, which I am one that I have a hard time with those kind of things, and they're so scary. I just love it. It was like so good, and it was so disgusting too, but it was like disgustingly good. And like, everyone has their own opinions. A lot of people did have their thoughts about Urban Spooks, and that's fine. Everyone's entitled to their own opinions. This was one that I just personally loved to watch and enjoyed. Oh, he saw some things. I want to know if anyone tried the phone number. But yeah, Urban Spooks was one that like I loved watching. Me and my mom both got really into it. Well guys, that was Miss Harley Days' top 10 episodes, shows, I don't know how I'm going to word this, that I've ever reacted to here on the channel. There's a lot more coming, as you can imagine. Thank you for being here watching my videos, because now we're at 100. And again, this list was based strictly off just like thoughts and opinions of what my own personal thoughts were. I'm so happy to be at 100 now, and I'm just very excited that we're here, guys. But I really hope you all enjoyed this episode. If you did, hit that like button. If you are not subscribed, please do. And like I said before, I will be sure to link everybody down in the comments below that still has a channel, that is. And go give them some likes, go give them some views, because without them we wouldn't be able to have these reaction videos or do any of these reactions or talk about these videos and come together as a spooky lovers community. That's a good way to put it. I will see you all next time, and I hope you have a lovely week. But for now, peace out. Goodbye.